Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the channel. A few months ago I did a what's in my bag video and you guys seemed to really enjoy that. So I wanted to do a similar video today, but this time showing you what's in my wardrobe. This isn't a sponsored video at all, I just really wanted to share what I typically wear on a daily basis because I like to keep my wardrobe pretty clean, simple and comfortable. And I thought it might be interesting to share that with you guys. Now in terms of your own wardrobe, I'm sure your style might be a bit different to mine, but that doesn't really matter. Everyone's going to have their own personal style, but hopefully there might be a few ideas in here which maybe you like the look of. When it comes to my wardrobe, as I said, I like to keep things really simple. So what I'm showing today isn't my entire wardrobe, but it is pretty much the main items that I wear on a daily basis. So the first thing to say is that I like to try and buy clothes that have quite neutral and earthy tones, so that they can all work interchangeably with each other, which just makes things so much easier. If you've seen any of Matt Devella's videos, quick shout out to him, you'll know he literally just wears the same t-shirt every day. Now I'm not quite that strict of myself, but it is nice not to have to think too much about how well things go together in the morning. I also don't like to shop too many brands with my clothing. Once I found something that works, I tend to just stick with it because you know the quality and sizing is going to be consistent. You'll also notice none of these clothes have any logos on them. When it comes to clothing, I think branding should be really subtle and understated. Essentially, I'll always try to buy timeless basic bits of clothing that are just everyday staples in the wardrobe. So let's start with my t-shirts because you can't get much more essential than that. There are actually 3 different places I get my tees from. Firstly, Tshirts. So if you haven't heard of Tshirts, they're an eco store based here in the UK and I absolutely love their stuff. All their clothing is made from 100% renewable energy and it's also made from organic cotton. I've been wearing mainly organic cotton t-shirts now for about 3 years and I can honestly say I'll never go back to buying anything else. If you haven't tried or heard of organic cotton before, then definitely give it a go. It can be a little more expensive at times, but it feels so much softer and more natural on the skin because it hasn't been made using loads of chemicals. It's also way better for the environment too. I actually have a bunch of different tees from Khaki in different shades, both in their organic tees, and I also have a couple of their recycled tees as well, which are surprisingly good quality. Just while we're on Khaki, I also have one of their black hoodies, which is probably one of my most worn daily items. Every wardrobe needs a hoodie in my opinion, and this is one of the best that I've found. Another brand I'd strongly recommend checking out for tees and a bunch of other things is Everlane. Everlane is another company that focuses on ethical transparency based in the US, and if you go on their website they actually break down the cost of their supply chain and explain exactly where they source things from, which is great. Their basics range usually includes some great choices for organic t-shirts, and I also have a bunch of their organic tees in different shades, both long and short sleeve as well. I also have a pair of jeans from Everlane as well, so it's worth checking out some of their other items if you're browsing on their website. What I like most about Everlane is that they make great quality clothing at incredibly reasonable prices, and they also offer 10% discount off your first order. I've been buying their stuff for a while now and I can't recommend them highly enough. If you're looking for tees that are a little more expensive and you have the budget to go with it, then the other brand I wanted to recommend is Khaki United. Khaki are unique in that all their clothing is made directly in the US, and this means they have great credentials in terms of sustainability and fair labour. The consequence of this is some amazingly high quality clothing that is made with impeccable craftsmanship and is incredibly durable as well. The downside of that of course is that it doesn't come cheap, especially if you're buying from outside the US like me. That being said, I'm a huge fan of Khaki. I've had some of their items now for a good few years and they're still in great shape. I especially like their long sleeve tees like this one, and I also have a couple of pairs of their shorts as well. Their style is clean, minimalist and simple, which just gives everything such an effortless aesthetic. Finally, when it comes to my jeans, there's really only one brand I buy from, and that's Bonobos. Bonobos is another American brand whose founders created it because they couldn't find good fitting men's pants anywhere, and I know the feeling. They offer a huge variety of different cuts and colours of jeans, as well as chinos, shorts, shirts and tees as well. I tend to just buy their travel jeans in slim fit because they fit so well and also have some stretch to them, which means unlike traditional jeans, they're so comfortable for travelling in. I used to do a lot of travelling before the pandemic hit, so I've road tested these bad boys a lot, and trust me, you can't buy any better. The only downside with Bonobos is that you can't buy from them directly in Europe. If you try to go on their website from the UK, it won't even let you browse their store. If you're based in the US, Canada or Australia though, then you're absolutely fine. If you do live in the UK and want to buy some Bonobos, you'll just have to wait until we can travel again. Finally guys, the last thing I wanted to mention are two pairs of trainers that I wear all the time. The first pair, my Adidas Gazelles, which I have in grey suede, and I've had these for a good few years now. They seem to just look better and better with age. My second pair of trainers are actually a pair of grey pigskin limited edition New Balance in their 996 model. This is another item that was made in the US directly. So guys, that's all I wanted to show you today. Make sure you check out the links in the description where I'll try and link to all the brands, and definitely check out Khaki as well if you're based in the UK and haven't heard of them. If you haven't already, just a quick reminder to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this soon. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.